is KT,
Hi, this is Carrah,
and welcome to Life in the Party.
your unofficial guide to growing up and having fun. Did you hear about the blackout in San Francisco?
No, what happened?
It's like a power, I don't know. I didn't look into it.
Like recently?
Yeah,
I wonder if it's because of all the rain.
I
It
don't know.
flooded out or something because they're having unprecedented levels of rain in California right now because of an atmospheric river that's bringing in rain from Hawaii. It's like the jet stream, which moves clouds around and moisture.
I did not know that it was even raining out there.
Well, my parents I don't really pay attention, but they have Fox weather on in the background. So that's what I'd be watching.
Oh, so you know the weather everywhere.
I told you, instead of looking where people live, I have everyone Atlanta, Charleston, Asheville saved in my weather channel so I can see what weather my friends are experiencing.
They should make it more cutesy.
They should, but I was like, what's going on? Is it colder here or there? Who's got snow? I just
that would be cute. But I guess kind of like Snapchat map might show the weather when you zoom in. Do you think?
Do they do that now?
I don't know. Let me see really quick.
It was always great to tell people how fast you were going in your Snapchat. The temperature and the speed. I'm going 59 miles an hour right now. Shit.
If you zoom in on an area, the time and weather shows up at the top, but you can't see snow falling down or rain falling down.
Well, it's because it looks like they're what would be radar is where people are located and posting, so you can't overlay that really. Snapchat, new idea, is eventually turning into a weather map. Slowly, it's been trying to convince all of us that maps are important and then weather is important. We're teaching geography. We're teaching climate.
Why does it say Taco Bell visited? I've been there?
Maybe you've been there. Maybe you were there. I don't like them knowing that, though.
I don't really be at Taco Bell like that.
The quesarito's back, Carrah. You need to go to Taco Bell now. Stat. It's back for 1 month. Take advantage.
Do I like that?
I don't know. I do. It's my favorite Taco Bell menu item. Even though I had one yesterday and it was the worst quesarito ever because the Somerville Taco Bells are garbage. But, the idea was there. Execution, 0, but the ingredients existed.
Now I'm hungry, but not for Taco Bell.
That's okay. You're hungry to talk about group trips.
I'm starving to talk about group trips. Today we are giving an intro to group trip philosophy 101. We're going to talk about group trips that we've been on. We are going to cover group trip dynamics and some rules for attending group trips. You should not be breaking these rules if you're going on group trips. There's also some planning principles that I put in here. So we kind of have the perspective of someone who is not planning and then someone who is planning. So yeah, I'm interested to hear what Katie has to say because I just kind of threw these things together and I want to know what she thinks is missing. And because typically I'm the one planning.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's the perspective that I'm coming from. But I have gone on a couple trips that I have not planned.
I mean, these are all important because people got trips for the summer getting started. These are things that you're going to want to listen and pay attention to. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Follow what we tell you.
Yeah.
We got experience.
Yeah. So I think the foundation of group trip philosophy, in my opinion, is that going on group trips is a privilege and a sacrifice for fun.
Mm-hmm.
That is I guess, the foundation of my philosophy. You have to treat it like it's a privilege. You have to know that it's a sacrifice. And ultimately, it is for fun. If you're not doing a fun trip, then maybe you have different rules and a different foundation that apply to yours.
Then I ain't going. Yeah. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I'm not coming on your fun trip. It's not fun. I'm not coming on your boring trip. because it won't be fun. I think there's a lot of issues with like expectations with group trips.
Yeah.
And every single person has their own perspective on what they want to do. And then it's just like a storm of, what are we doing? I don't know, but I want to do this and I want to do this. So you need to have like boundaries. Otherwise, you're just going to be pulled in a million directions. You're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, sometimes it could work out, but that's, that's unlikely.
Yeah.
So we got some rules.
Yeah. So I put together like a list of 6 rules. And I think that my expectations, like, I have to keep them low, but I do have like strict boundaries. And if I go on a group trip with somebody and they're really not meeting like these rules, then I typically will not include them on another one, or I'm less likely to go on a trip if this person is there, because it's a lot of money that you're spending and it's a lot of time off that you're spending. And I like am just to the point where I've learned that it's not worth it to go somewhere that you want to go with people who aren't really like fitting this criteria. So I would say rule number 1, don't go on a group trip if you need a babysitter. And that is like if you are like need an emotional babysitter because you're like socially anxious, or you're like, I don't know, nervous to travel, or you're scared to speak your mind. This also applies if like you get drunk and you complain about people not taking care of you enough. Like,
honestly, getting too drunk that you need every night that someone has to take care of you.
Also that, like, you need to be able to take care of yourself. Yeah, like people aren't gonna like put you in a ditch, but like if people have to like like track you down or like do damage control or like all these things, like just don't go on the trip. What do you think?
You can do that at home. I mean, I agree. Like, because you're going on a trip, you're spending money, you have to enjoy it for yourself, and you take away from someone's experience if you're constantly requiring someone to like forego what they want to do to make sure you're okay. Like, obviously sometimes someone gets too drunk, sometimes people get emotional, but it's like consistent every day. Blah 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 is getting too drunk every night. We got to make sure she either doesn't, you know what I mean? It becomes
or
a
if
chore.
your behavior, like the instance was bad enough, like it's just like, because there's all kinds of group trips, right? Like there's like group trips where it's about like the entire group. There's like birthday trips, bachelorette parties, like, I don't know, I guess people go on like divorce party trips and all this stuff. But like, it's sometimes there is a main character who the trip is about. And like when you're trying to also be the main character, and then it's like, it is ruining it for that person, whether they say it is or isn't. And then it's ruining it for everybody else, because then everybody else feels like they have to get involved and like take care of the situation.
Yeah. I know one time I went to a lake weekend right after me and Law broke up. So I think I just cried the whole time.
That's okay.
But like, it wasn't like where I was like venting to every single person who walked in about my problems. Like Erica was there, and I think I spent a lot of time with her talking about stuff because like she was there when all that happened and everything. So it's like, this is all here. And I mean, we got drunk, and that either made me think more or less about it, or more about it, or less about it. I don't know. It could have helped both in either ways, but like it was a good distraction, but it also created more emotions, I think. So, but like I'm sure I was, a little bit of a handful, but not like I didn't, make it about anybody else's problem. It was my problem.
You should call people who are on that trip and ask them.
I mean, do you remember? Well, I remember it was probably a big deal because he didn't go, because I went,
Oh, what? Wait, was this like a grad school trip or something?
It was like right after, I think it was, it had to have been like that summer or something.
But was it for your grad school friends?
No, it was Clemson friends. Maybe it was like Joe planned it or something.
Oh, this is one of the trips I wasn't invited to.
I think that's what it
So actually, I don't care. Actually, okay, first of all, that particular group of people, anything goes.
Yeah, honestly.
So like you can't feel bad about anything because
It was chaos.
yeah, there are okay, maybe an exception to this rule is like if it is everybody in the group is chaotic.
Or a drunk like house party, like everyone's just going nuts, do nuts, be nuts, who cares? No one, it's just a vibe. Like that's all
Do
it is.
nuts, go nuts, be nuts. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That doesn't count then, Katie.
Okay, well that's good. I was feeling bad about that.
No.
But
Yeah.
it created a good little asterisk caveat. So embrace it if it's going to be a chaotic trip.
I think everybody was kind of like entertained by the plot of that breakup anyway. So probably just like brought some excitement to everyone's life. Okay, we're going to the next rule.
Perfect. Next rule.
And mind you, like this is as like a person going on the trip, okay? Do not restrict what other people can do based on your personal preferences and finances. Like if you're on this trip and some people and like people want to go to a fancy dinner or do this or do that, like I think as an individual, if you're asked like, hey, are you comfortable with this price range or something, or are you comfortable with this kind of food, be honest. But I don't think that like you're allowed to get your feelings hurt, nor should you like want to hold people back, right? Like let them go to a seafood restaurant if everyone else in the group wants to go to a seafood restaurant, or if they want to do something really expensive and you can't do that, then sit it out and do something else. I think it's different if everybody in the trip like doesn't care about you and doesn't care about your personal preferences. And if it's something that is like a habit and they're like constantly leaving you out, that's
you're the
another
only
problem.
one like being ignored, then
yeah, that's a totally different problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like in particular, like just on a trip, you don't want to be holding people back. Like I think you don't want to impede on other people's experience, and there's an easy solution. Like people can just do like different things, because it's really like, I think bottom line, it's really hard to please everybody on a trip, and you just have to accept that like you're not gonna be obsessed with everything. That's why a group trip is a sacrifice.
It is, yeah. We went on a ski trip to Telluride, and there was like a couple that was with us, and we weren't like friends with them. We're not friends with them anymore, but like I guess they went to a dinner by themselves, and that really peeved some people at the thing. And I was like, that means they're not here. Like, let them go get a dinner on their own. Like, we don't have to eat dinner with them. Let them go do that. Like, that's fine. But like, it really bothered some people that they weren't there, or they didn't ask her or whatever. And I was just like, they're a couple on a ski trip with a bunch of other random people that they're not super close with. Let them go and eat a damn dinner by themselves.
And I think like, if you're getting upset by that kind of stuff, you're not actually friends. And it's like, if you're not actually friends, why are you going on a friend trip?
We weren't like I think it's when we were like trying to figure it all out, but then is when things started to fall apart with that friendship. So it was like, good, go do your own thing. That means you're not here yelling about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on the Chiefs. Like that was like an annoying thing too. We're like, no one likes the Chiefs. They're beating the Bills, boo. You know, and she come like, oh my god, I love Taylor Swift. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, that seems like, I feel like that was probably more so they just didn't like those people, so they were gonna find anything to bitch about. Well, that leads us right into the next rule, which I have in all caps. Not everyone has to do everything. So as someone who plans, I feel very strongly about this because, like I said, it's very difficult to make everybody happy. I also cannot stand feeling like I'm on like a school field trip or like a family reunion, and we're all like, everyone's shoulder to shoulder, like walking to this place, walking to that place. Like I'm like, let's like be adults and like go to this place if some of us want to. If you want to go to that place, go to that place. Like have an opinion, but like execute what you want to do.
I mean, it's important to try and do like things together on these things, but also like for your bachelorette, there were some people who didn't want to go out one night. We all went to dinner, but then some went home, some others went dancing, some others went somewhere else, and then like some people didn't want to go on the boat, so they didn't go on the boat, but they did their own thing.
I do think that if there's a going out night, everybody should go out
for one night.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Oh, okay.
That can be like a different thing that we talk about separately. I don't know. I doubt we'll have time this time, but
okay. Well, I mean,
do a 102 class.
I do agree it's important to do as much as you can, but also like there was some like someone had like a reason, like they didn't feel good, and it's like, okay, like I think that's
Yeah.
hard. Like I was like, I don't feel good, like I feel kind of sick. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well then like that's fine. But I do think people should make an effort to try to do as much as they can. Like you're
Yeah.
not going on a group trip to sit in the Airbnb and not
Yeah.
socialize with the people you're with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do that, then why are you here in a way?
Mm-hmm.
The whole point is to do things together, and obviously it can vary or there's some flexibility, but
Yeah.
you should be doing a lot of stuff with your friends. Otherwise, why are you there?
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, I think sometimes people have different staminas for like group trips on like plans, how often they're comfortable leaving the house, how often they're comfortable walking around, how much money they're going to spend, because the longer you spend out doing stuff, the more money you're going to spend. And like then everyone starts like complaining. And so like the whole point of not everyone has to do everything is like, if that's not making you happy, then don't do it. Like you don't have to do everything. Which leads us into the next rule, which is don't bitch and complain.
Yeah.
If you're going on a trip, you have to go in with the mindset of like, regardless, you're going to have fun. And it's not up to other people to make sure that you have fun. It's up to you. So like, if you're not vibing with whatever's happening, do what you need to do to put yourself in like a better mindset, whether that's like taking a nap, going and getting a massage, going for a little walk, whatever. But you're not allowed to bitch and complain.
I think that's a great idea, because part of these trips is that you should have some downtime for people to also do like their own little thing to make them ready for the event of the day or what we're doing. So like everyone's like got all their stuff figured out and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember I went on a trip with Megan and Erica to Chicago for like Labor Day weekend. And we all kind of didn't really know what we wanted to do, but like I knew I wanted to go to the Field Museum. So we all kind of picked one thing that we wanted to do. And I remember being like, Megan wants to go to Drunk Shakespeare. I feel like that could be like not good. But I didn't say that. I was just like, cool, whatever, let's go. Let's have fun. And it was so good. It was so good. It was like one of the funniest things I've seen on stage. Like it was amazing. But I remember just being in my head being like, well, I could see that being cringe or not as good as like whatever. But like it wasn't my pick. Being judgmental, but it wasn't my pick. My pick was to go to an art museum so I could do the Ferris Bueller thing where I stared at the painting, you know, and being like, oh, this is the painting, cool. And like that was what I wanted to do. And then like I was like, this is what I want to do. Like it's unfair for me, like, because we're all here together. This is what she wants to do. Let's do it. And I went in with an open mind after I was like, but then I opened it up. I opened my mind. I might have had that thought, but I opened it up and had an amazing time. It was so funny, you know, but like I didn't complain about it. You know, we're all here together. Just have a good time. Low expectations, have a good time, you know? It was so great. So
yeah, no, I agree. And that also leads into the next, I don't know, Katie, if you're doing these segues on purpose, but
I'm just good at them.
The second to last rule is have fun. That's what it's about. Have fun. So I think all of these other rules are basically like feeding into this one, like the things that you have to do in order to have fun. And the last rule, I feel very serious about this. And it's also like, it applies to more than just this. So I said, don't fight with your boyfriend on the phone. Also, like, get off your phone. So this is like the mindset of people who like bring their drama, I think, into a trip. So it doesn't have to be your boyfriend. It can be like family stuff. It can be like, I don't know, whatever. Like the person that's kind of like sulking on their phone or like off to the side, like getting kind of wrapped up in something that's not really that important for this moment. Like I feel very strongly about that. And I think that some people like have to make things about them, and that's like the only way in the moment sometimes that they know how. Like I've been on trips with girls where they're doing that and I'm like, girl, no one cares. like literally nobody cares. Like we're not here to like hear you bitch about your cousin's mom's sister's drama, and like you have to keep going, take phone calls, like you're fighting with your boyfriend, and like you're gonna go to bed early, like that kind of stuff kills the vibe.
Like, give me a solid 10 minutes of hot gossip, and then we're good.
If
Let
it's
me
hot
hear
gossip, but if it's like victim mentality, that like I just don't have I'm like, if you sound like you need to go to a therapy appointment and not a group trip with the girls, in my opinion.
We might tell you to do the wrong thing, so I wouldn't listen to us.
Yeah. Literally. And get off your phone. I like that. Because there is the time where like everyone, like we've been out all day and then like everyone's like, okay, I need to catch up on my phone. That's totally fine. I just can't stand like when everyone's trying to like have a good time and then someone's just like this.
Is that me playing Pokemon Go?
I do get on to Katie all the time about being on her phone.
I do be playing Pokemon Go though, so I'm trying to get my Pokestops. It's
Katie, this isn't a Pokemon Go brand trip. Hey, if you can get Pokemon Go to pay for our trips and to pay for our hangs, then you can be on it while we're hanging out.
Should they sponsor this? Oh my god, we're now a Pokemon podcast.
Ew, no. Okay, that leads us into like, and I have this like opinion on like society as a whole, but I think everybody has a role. And I think once you understand that there's like a spectrum of roles that people play, and like not everybody is supposed to be playing your role and you're not supposed to be playing everybody else's role, I think we would be a better society if we understood that. So let everyone play their role. So for example, there are like restaurant or bar pickers. If there are people who feel very passionate about that and like they love doing it and it makes them happy and they have good taste, just let them do it. Let them pick and like be supportive of it. Like let people shine where they want to shine. There are some people who are along for the ride. Like they don't care. Like
they'll say yes to everything. Yeah.
Akivian for me, like I just make sure that like they have something on the menu that he wants, and then otherwise he's like, I'm along for the ride. And like you don't need to like force everyone to have an opinion. Like I love when not that many people have opinions on group trips, because I'm like, okay, perfect, easy decision. Now we can worry about the next decision. There are some people who want to sit out during activities because a lot of people don't have the energy that like I have or that you have to like just like keep doing stuff. And so that was something that I had to learn, where like I was like, the more group trips I went on, I was like, whoa, I was like, people really do just love like sitting around. And, like that's not me. But I'm tolerable for people who do, because like for some people, like that's their idea,
their vacation
of a good trip.
They're relaxing, like they're taking their time away from work, from whatever, and if they want to sit for a few hours and read a book, you know, like.
And some people need like quiet time in the house, so I get that. Another example, I do have to decompress after like, if I have like a few days of like very intense socializing, I have to decompress for a couple days. Yeah. Another example is like people who like to Uber versus people who like to walk. Don't get in a fight with somebody about Ubering versus walking. If someone wants to Uber, let them Uber. If someone wants to walk, let them walk.
Unless they're by themselves drunk and it's dark out. Maybe they can throw them in an Uber.
Well, yes, there are exceptions. But some people like feel like they have to concede to getting in an Uber or concede to walking. And it's like, goes back to the rule, like not everybody has to do everything the same way. Like when we were in Chicago, I went to Chicago on a girls trip. It was really nice. Like after dinner, like it was kind of cold outside. Some of the girls wanted to Uber and then some of the girls wanted to walk. And the walk was really nice because like it also allows, I think it's so important to have opportunities where people are breaking off and you get like more quality, like one-on-one, two-on-one, like time together with somebody. And the only way you can get that is if people do different things at certain points. So I remember that walk was like really fun. Nice. And we wouldn't have had it if we got in an Uber. What do you think? Are there any other roles that you can think of?
I think it's important that when you go on a trip that you try to find something that you're really excited about doing and make sure you do that. Like at least one thing. That way, like everyone kind of has something they're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
So they're motivated to be more like invested and involved.
Yeah.
So like I think having like a go person who will like keep, you know, like obviously not too much where you're like running people ragged, but like, all right, we go out a museum and then dinner, like we got this and this, like we're not just sitting here. Who wants to walk and go get coffee right now?
So you're saying like the person who you need like someone who's kind of in charge, but also making sure that you're like checking boxes for different types of activities.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like I think we're just like always like someone who wants to kind of always like be down to be on the move, you know, like let's go get coffee, let's go, like keep going and going. Because some people like me, like I like to go and go, except at very like specific times, like maybe sleep in a little bit and like whatever. But I think it's important to have those people. I think it's important to have the bill tracker, you know, a Kivian.
That is true.
Like someone who's like
a tab keeper,
someone who really wants to, because it's you can like do it as meals or come or whatever, but like if someone wants to take on the thing of like grabbing the receipts, checking it out, making sure people are paying, let them. That was like when it came and set all that up, I was like, yes, this is great, because you know, you're right. Like I mean, I can just throw money here and there, but I don't want to forget to pay people. You have some people who are like really on it immediately, like you need to Venmo me, blah 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 now.
And you could have one person do it like a different day.
Yeah. Or like, hey, if you want to front the dinner for everyone, then you're responsible for getting that from people. But like, sometimes you have like, oh well, we split this, and it becomes like a thing. And some people really like doing that. Let someone track. Yeah,
yeah. I think that's a good person. I don't like doing that.
I don't mind, but I'm not usually. I usually do it at the end, and I'm like, I think I spent this, and then you know, if I pay for it, I'm more like, you owe me. My brother calls me the ledger sometimes because I'm like, Clayton, you owe me $15.46. And he's like, from what? And I'm like, this thing like 2 years ago. And he's like,
yeah, I used to say that about you in college.
I don't do that anymore.
I know, you're not like that anymore.
I was much of a penny pincher back then.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have more money. I mean, I'm unemployed now, but the point stands.
She's rich
in
now.
General. Yeah. So I think that's a good person to have on a trip.
It is. That was a good reminder. I'm actually going to even add it in my notes.
I'm going to throw in one more, and I think it's the chefs. There are some people who like to cook and like make little breakfasts and stuff like that. Like some people, that's a love language. And if they want to like, hey, I want to make a little eggy breakfast for everyone. Eggy dinner.
An eggy dessert.
Just eggies all over the place, like an egg breakfast with like pancakes and stuff. Some people love to do that. I think you should let them, and then that way you can like all like help and hang out in the kitchen and like do a little thing. Like it's a little for the couple of people who like to do that. I think that's a good person to also like have. I liked your point where you said let people shine where they want to shine, and some people that's their shining is making food for people.
Yeah, I agree. That reminds me of like the Asheville Girls Weekend that we did where people were cooking breakfast. Yeah.
It happens a lot. Breakfast is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like my closeout to like the group trip dynamics is I think it's important like to find a way that you can afford to be generous as someone who's going on the trip. And like that might look like buying a round of drinks, you bring everyone like a small little gift, like you're gonna like do more cleaning up than others if like you can't afford to financially contribute something extra. You're gonna like run an errand and go grab coffee for people in the morning. Like I think just like the older I get, you're just so much more appreciative for people who are trying to be like intentionally like helpful and generous. And I don't really think I'm friends with people who aren't that way, but I have been on trips with people who are that way, who like don't really care, and like they're kind of on like they have the mentality of like they're on their vacation and that's it. And I'm like, no, like then go on your own vacation. Like
well, we still need to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, like
and someone's got to do it. guess it's not you.
Yeah. Like group trips, like you can be selfish in the sense that like make
You
sure that
take time
you
for
enjoy
yourself.
the trip and you have
Yeah.
fun, but the rest of it is pretty selfless. And I think that's why a lot of people have a difficult time on trips, or there could be drama on trips and things like that.
Some people love the drama too, so.
They do be loving drama. Okay. So lastly, I just put together planning principles. I have 5.
From the planner, the trip planner extraordinaire
Yeah.
over here.
You guys are lucky I'm not charging for this. No, I think they're very basic things, but for people who do not plan and like don't really know where to start, I think that these are like helpful principles to know. I'll start with the first one. I always, and this goes for parties too, I pick a like core group of people and I check their availability and whether they would go either to my party or on this trip. I think about like if only 4 people show up,
Who are those 4 people going to be?
who are those 4 people that like this party would be worth having, and I plan around them. If they can't make it, then I'm planning around their availability. Everybody else would love if they show up, but if they can't, they can't. Like that's just the reality of the situation. If you're trying to plan a trip with like 5 to 10 people, it's really hard. And yeah, so that's my number one principle.
You'll never pick a date if you're trying to plan with that many people's like dates and times in mind. You'll just might as well not even have the damn trip. You know, you kind of just have to do it.
I think this obviously is like party planning, which we can do a different episode about that, but like people get let down really easily when they plan events and people start bailing, and it's just like the reality of the situation is that people bail. And that's why I think when you stick to like planning around a particular like core group of people and go ahead and set your expectations, maybe everybody bails and it's only like these 4 people who show up. Will I still have fun? So that way you like, you know, you don't get let down so easily.
Yeah.
I think as far as like accommodations, like whether it's an Airbnb or a hotel, do your research and like gather a set amount, maybe like 5 or 6 different places, and divide them by like price range. And then you want to share that with the people going on the trip and get kind of a pulse check on what people are comfortable with. I do always try to plan around people's financial comfortability to the extent that I can. I will say that like the older I get, the less I'm doing that, because like I'm making more money the older I get, and I don't want to be staying in a shitty place, and I want to be comfortable in a comfortable bed.
You don't want to be in the 20-person Airbnb with 1 bathroom? Crazy. No. We missed that.
I think I'm past like having a 20-person anything.
Sorry, y'all.
But yeah, so that's number 2.
Also, pointing in with the Airbnb and hotel costs, think about what you're doing on the trip. Like if you're going on a trip to hang out at a mountain house, maybe get a nicer cabin. If you're going to a city where you're doing a lot of stuff and you're not spending a lot of time at the hotels or Airbnb, maybe go for a little bit cheaper one and use your money somewhere else. Like I think it's important for like the vibe of the trip to like, if you can cut a couple money here because you're not spending as much time doing that, then that could make other things easier, or you can use that for a drink somewhere or whatever, you know.
Yeah. There's give and take in all different things, and it just depends on like the preferences of everybody. I also am sure to like require payment by a specific date for confirmation, and up until that date I fully expect people to drop. I think like a lot of planning trips is about managing your expectations, and like if you're sensitive, like planning trips is not for you, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of thankless work, and like people bail.
A lot of no's too.
Yeah. So
your heart.
pick a date to plan a trip by, or to require payment by, and then that is, once they do that, then you're more like, okay, these people are going. Okay, then balance. So I think like a trip needs to have a good balance of going out, eating out, having like a brunch, breakfast, or like a pizza dinner at home, exploring, and then having like free time for people to either like get ready for stuff or to decompress. And if you're one of those go, go, go people, then during the free time, you can like go walk around and get a drink or go get a
Mhm.
coffee or whatever. Does that sound
Yeah,
good to you?
I mean, that sounds great. I think
Okay.
like half the time it's like those little moments in between things that sometimes can be the funnest. Like, oh, we just got back from a night out, still a little tipsy. Let's do something stupid in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
just as fun sometimes as other things that you
Yeah.
do. So make sure you just do a lot of different stuff. You are also on vacation, so you should be because it's a trip for you too. You know, you should be
Yeah.
having fun. But
Yes.
balance, you need balance. Unless you're just like rich, which I'm not.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think like you need balance because like
you'll
I don't
burn
know,
out.
like
You'll fly too close to the sun.
yeah, I just think that like you need some time like for everyone to be their best selves, like you need some decompression time and you need some time for people to like they have long enough to get ready that they feel confident about how they look and then you
Mhm.
can go do something.
Get a little nappy
Um
nap in, you know?
yeah, exactly. And then lastly, I mean, I would think most people our age know how to find good places to go to. Um, I still feel like I don't trust anyone more than myself. I think I've done lots of research. I think it's important to research everywhere, like Google, Reddit, TikTok, locals, ask friends who've been places, and I usually
Mhm.
will like kind of compile everything and then I like dig into it and do more research on these places and like start reading reviews, um, check the vibe, check the location. I don't really like going to new places, like newer restaurants or bars, because
Oh, okay, that's what you meant by new.
they
I was
just
like,
don't, no, they don't have their shit worked out yet.
yes.
And the reviews are very skewed.
Mhm.
So there's that. I am also not someone who really likes going to like touristy places.
Same.
Like when we went to Chicago, we went to like this very like popular pizza place that like
Which
I
one?
could have done, I don't know the name. I could have done without. I wasn't upset that we went there, but like everybody was really excited to go there and personally, I'm like I could care less if we went to this place. That's just not like I don't go to cities and then I'm like, "Oh, I need to go." Like I don't go to New Orleans and go to Café Du Monde.
That line too long.
That it is just like I'm like
Yeah.
I it's not worth it to me. Like I don't want to go
Mhm.
somewhere just because
It's popular.
everybody else wants to go there.
Yeah.
Um
Popular does not always mean good. Hyman's in South Carolina and Charleston. Come on. Like
that's Madeline's favorite restaurant.
I don't care. I'm gonna say it.
Um,
I'm gonna throw
I don't
shade.
think it is anymore.
Thank God. I mean, I've been there before and it was like fine, but I was like, that's just like you see it when you get off your airplane. You see it when you go anywhere. Like it's all over and
Yeah.
tourists love it. And it's like, okay, tourists, maybe you stay there. You ain't coming to the other stuff that
Well,
we
it's like
like.
you also spend so much time like waiting
Mm-hmm.
or like it's in a touristy area, which usually isn't where I want to go after we're going to be there. So
Yeah.
I just would rather um I mean I obviously like lean towards asking locals for their recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
But you also there's some local type places where you don't want to bring in a group of like 10 people.
I'm thinking of that Asheville restaurant that was like, we thought we did good and it was just a
Oh,
terrible
that place?
experience.
Yeah, I think that that was like a
A
problem with
fluke.
us. Like they didn't like us as a
Mm-hmm.
group.
Yeah.
So
Even though we were fine, I don't think we
that
did
was like
anything crazy.
horrible. It was horrible service. Well, I know, but I think Asheville is very pretentious, like the food and bev industry there.
They have
They're
a
very
very,
pretentious. They already like even though they are surviving and making money off of tourism, like they resent it. I think they're a great example of the opposite of Charleston, where like
mm-hmm.
Charleston knows that they're surviving on tourism and they're like appreciative of it. I don't think Asheville food and bev scene is like really like that.
I mean, they have really good food, but that experience was like probably one of the worst food experiences I had in a long time. Had not had that in Charleston.
Well, even when Ryan and I were in Asheville after we got engaged, like we told this restaurant, we went to like a dinner after our engagement. We're like, oh yeah, we just got engaged. Like Ryan put it in our reservation, all this stuff. They said they were going to bring us out like a glass of champagne and they never did anything. So like,
I did that for anyone for any reason.
That happened at multiple places in Asheville. They didn't do anything for us. So I think it's like an Asheville thing.
You're in the service industry. Like, we can have a discussion on whether tipping should be allowed, but that's an entirely separate conversation. But at the moment, it is. Unfortunately, you have to just like be kind and just give them a fucking little glass of champagne. I swear to God, it's a cent. Like, that's all it takes, and you make their fucking day. It really is the little things like that. But yeah. Anyways, planning principles.
I was wanting us to figure out like or talk about like what were some of our favorite group trips.
One of my favorites was the Costa Rica.
Yeah, same
trip. That was like
fun.
12 of us.
I don't think there were that many.
10 maybe.
It was like 8 or something.
I think it was at least 9, maybe 10.
It was 9.
Okay. Regardless, it was amazing.
No, wait, it was 8.
No, wait, shit. 8.5. We had half a person. Just Maggie's legs.
No, I think that was a fun trip because it was like also an easy place to do stuff because it was like chill. It wasn't like difficult to get around or like hard to get a dinner reservation. Like I like if you're going to take like a big group somewhere where everyone has pretty different interests, like a place where people can kind of just like do their own thing, but you're running into each other and like we can go to get a meal together and then half of us break off. That was really nice.
Yeah. Though that was so fun. And it was kind of like adventure-y too, which was a spin that I hadn't really had. We had like the waterfall river hike swim, which was amazing. There was a surfing lesson for a few people, which I did. That was really fun. But only like 4 of us did that. We all had a lot of beach time. We could walk around town. Everything was walkable. Everything was...
We had like one nice dinner reservation, and then every morning we'd go to this one coffee shop that was themed for Breaking Bad.
And then I would eat the bread for breakfast. Bread and jams.
Yeah.
That was a Breaking Bad themed coffee shop. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite. I'm trying to think of what another favorite would be. I really liked my New York trip for my birthday. That was really fun.
Which one?
When we went and got tattoos.
Oh yeah, I was like, you've been in New York a couple times for this. I was like, which one? The one I was.
No, that was like my only group trip for my birthday.
Oh yeah, that was so fun. I was like, yeah. Do you have anything to say?
I forget about mine because it's fading.
You need to get yours redone because they fucked it up, unfortunately.
I know, but I don't want to get it redone until I know a tattoo idea.
I mean, that makes sense. I get that. That was a really fun trip. I comboed that with a wedding, so I had a good time.
Oh yeah, that was a big trip for you.
Yeah, that was a good one. I really liked your bachelorette trip, and I liked Erica's bachelorette trip. Big bachelorette trip fan. Because they're usually just fun. Yeah. And they're doing lots of different stuff. And they're like warm and beachy and stuff. So I was like, we can go to the pool, we can go to go on a boat. The boat was great. I love the boat.
What about your houseboat bachelorette party that you went on?
That was fun too. That was a very unique one. That was a great one too, because I got to drive a houseboat in Lake Mead.
That's cool.
It was kind of cool. And it was like really cool geology. All went swimming. Those are very like outdoorsy group of girls, but that was a really nice trip. Because we had to cook. You weren't going anywhere. You were on a houseboat. You were cooking all your own food. You were swimming in the lake. We were driving the boat. We were hiking around on rocks and stuff.
That's so cool.
People were windsurfing. It was amazing. It was a really cool experience. It was very hot though, but that was a good one. It's always fun, I think, to go to new places with people. So like when I mentioned earlier that Erica and Megan and I went to Chicago, that was our first time going to Chicago ever. And it was like between Megan in Boston, Erica in California. So we were like, let's just split the diff and go to Chicago in the middle in the summer. So it was nice. So like that was a really fun trip. And I'd never been there before. That was my first time. Going to New Orleans for your birthday that one time was so wretched.
That was Yeah, that was a crazy birthday.
It was so quick. It's like, let's drive 9 hours to spend one day in New Orleans and then drive 9 hours back. I mean, it was worth it, but it was like,
did we only spend one day?
It was maybe one, 2 nights, maybe. Like we drove in night, day, and then I think we left the next
My
day.
favorite part of that trip was that like Brian Betts like his phone died or something, or like before his phone died, he kept like calling people saying he was lost, and everyone's like, "Where is Brian Betts? Where is Brian Betts?" And I think this was like Find My Friends was a thing. It was, I'm pretty sure, but it was like not as like reliable, right? This was like 2015
or something.
Yeah. And we were like, everyone was freaking out because we're like, oh my God, he's like wasted and we don't know where he is. And it's Brian Betts.
And it's Bourbon Street. I think that's where we were all at and when we lost him.
But then, but no, he was at the hotel.
Oh, the whole time?
Yes.
I thought he got like a weird ride in.
We'd have to ask him the details, but I'm pretty sure it was like, oh, he's at the hotel.
I guess also one of our first big ones was PCB in college.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun big group.
Who planned that?
Joe, I think.
This was like back in like my Type B days.
Yeah. It was like, well, I was hanging out with Lob and like low key, and then they were planning that. Then it's like, well, we could go.
Like, who booked our hotels and stuff?
I think Josh and Jaime took control of that because we shared the hotel room with like Josh and Jaime and us three because we all rode together.
Yeah.
But it was at the same hotel that everyone else was. And then you had the people who were camping, like Aaron and them that were camping.
I forgot.
And then Jay. Yeah, and then like Jay and was all there and everything. So like that was a really fun random group trip.
That was iconic.
It was great. Think about that. It was so fun.
Oh man.
That was great.
And then I went on a group trip. I don't know if you can call it a group trip, but when it was for my 22nd birthday, I went to Vegas and California with Akivian, and Alex was like already in Vegas with Daniel. That was a crazy trip. Zero planning went into it. I had about $3 in my bank account.
Here's Type B days.
Yeah, literally. Like my phone was always dead and I had no money, and like I was just like, we'll figure it out.
I mean, you did.
Yeah, like he always talk. He's like, I still think about that trip so much. He's like, it was crazy. Imagine me, Alex, and Daniel, and then poor Akivian had to
in 2013, like that. No.
Oh my God, yeah, that was crazy, and it was really fun.
All our snowboarding trips were fun because like going to a winter wonderland is very neat. And like doing all that cold stuff versus like hot trips, like they're all just unique and fun in so many different ways. I think I can like find something enjoyable about most of them.
What's your least favorite group trip you went on?
Wow. I'm just kidding.
You can use a code name. Doesn't mean that you hated it. I just said least favorite.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I feel like I'm on the spot. You have to think of one too.
I do already have one in my head, but I'm not saying it out loud.
Oh, you're not going to share it?
No.
Oh, so I have to share?
Yeah.
No. I mean, there weren't any that were like, I'm trying to think if there's one that was like just like problematic, you know? Maybe like
what trip had the most drama? Probably the your post breakup one.
That one, yeah, probably. Anything with like some of the college group, there was always a little bit of something just happening, and I'm like,
there was always like some fight happening,
some little drama back then. I didn't have a good time, but yeah, there was always something like that. I'm trying to think if I was like bad.
Oh, I know a group trip where there was drama.
What?
Do you remember when we all came to Atlanta that year and then Pat and Maggie got in a fight?
Yeah, that was some drama.
That was funny.
Yep, that was.
They like wouldn't eat. We had 2 separate brunch tables.
Yeah, I remember that because they weren't talking to each other.
She wanted to leave, and Pat didn't want to leave yet, and she kept
Well,
like
she had like
wanting to
work or
leave.
something that she wanted to head back like early for, like
Yeah.
early, like too early for Pat, but
Well,
like
I think she wanted to
leave
leave at their originally agreed upon time, and then Pat, as per usual, was like having fun and wanted to stay longer. He never predicts the fun. The thing about Pat, he like you know what's gonna happen, but he doesn't believe it until it's happening, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, actually, this is really fun.
I kind of want to stay." Or like Brooke's staying. Brooke's like, "I have to leave on Sunday." No, you don't, Brooks. Brooke leaves on Tuesday. Every time. It
was just like whenever we would go visit Dave Dupe in like Charlotte. And like it was that one summer, like after we graduated or something, where I don't know how we had nothing. I guess like we had nothing to do, and so we would go visit, and then we would say, "Oh, we're just gonna go for like 2 days," and then be like, "Let's stay another day." Okay, let's stay another day, and then he'd be like, "Guys, just stay another day."
Just stay another day. We're like, "All right, fine." Because like Joe was
like a week.
Joe was in Hickory then, so like he would come down. I think Lob would go up from Columbia.
Like Kevian was there.
Was convening in Charlotte, which was random as hell. You know, like we don't really go to Charlotte.
Were tearing up the streets of Noda.
Except the one time I wasn't because I was late or I didn't do something, and you guys were like, "You missed Noda," and I was like, "Why didn't you tell me what you were doing?"
Wait, I forgot about
and
that.
you guys were like, and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
I remember we watched that documentary about the guy with the micro penis. I always associate like those trips with the micro penis documentary and Portlandia.
I associate with also the Cutthroat Kitchen because Dave loved that Cutthroat Kitchen show.
I don't remember that. What is that about?
It's like the one where it's Alton Brown, and it's like, here you have money, you can take away their knives and make them use like little toy baby knives to cut all their food. Like, whoa, you like sabotage them, and you can pay to like, oh, they have to use this rice, you're giving them like Rice Krispies, you know what I mean? And like they have to deal with it.
I don't even remember that.
Maybe that was a little bit more Atlanta, but that was
I was probably not paying attention to that show.
That's okay, it's fine.
Sounds cool though. I should have been watching it.
I feel like also half our Clemson trips were group trips where we were just bumming on people's couches like every other weekend.
Oh yeah,
during like college or post-college football games.
Yeah,
you know, in a way, all a big group trip.
Life really just do be one big group trip.
It do be
straight to the grave.
Do be. It honestly do be. Then you have like fam group trips, but that's different because that's fam. So, you know.
Yeah.
But.
Well, is there anything that we missed, Katie? Any like hot takes you have on group trips?
Hot takes, you need to do more of them. I think people need to go on more group trips. Maybe not massive ones, but like go on a group trip with your friends for a weekend. Like, just do it. Have fun.
Is that a hot take?
No, it's a take. I don't have any hot takes. What is a hot take? No.
It doesn't have to be a hot take. Just do you have any? That's your last thing to add on the group trips is like, just go.
I think
when
so,
are you going to plan a group trip, Katie?
I'm not type A. I guess I can. Sorry.
You're type A. You love Excel.
I don't do Excel except for work.
You're definitely type A. I think you just don't want to take initiative.
I think so. I think I definitely plan.
You keep like lists. You're like, that is type A. Like you are fairly organized. Your room might not be clean.
I'm a type A, B adjacent. Yeah. I can plan. I just don't a lot. Like I do a lot of more planning with my parents.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
you're very like neat. Like unless you're like putting on a front or something. Unless you can lie to me. No. Like I feel like you're very neat when it comes to like, and you're particular when it comes to like naming files and like that kind of stuff, which I'm not really like that.
Yeah, I'm organized, but that doesn't necessarily mean I never made spreadsheets to track my friends' flights. Like, it just didn't come to my brain. I was like, oh,
but that's because you've never planned a group trip.
Yeah. Well, I think I planned our trip with Megan and Erica because that was more me figuring out stuff. But that was only a couple people, so it wasn't like I think a major group trip. I'm more of like an adjacent. Well, what should we do? How about this, and this? Oh, you think this one's good? Yeah. I'm like the secondary helper without doing the work. You're like, I don't know about that.
I think you could easily plan a trip, but I'm curious why
For
you're
what?
adverse to it.
I don't think I'm adverse. I just don't think I've.
Is it adverse or averse?
I think
Averse.
it's adverse.
Adverse to it.
Adverse. I think also because you plan the trips. I just
Yeah,
sort
but I
of like
haven't in a
default to you.
while.
When was
Since Asheville.
since Asheville? Yeah.
Or I guess New York. Katie, I think it's your turn.
Okay, I'll take it. It'll give me my turn this year.
I'm just saying, I think that you basically do a lot of work anyway. Like,
Make it productive.
are you just shy? I'm just kidding.
Maybe. I do have a little like sensitive side to stuff where I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
You don't want to hurt people's feelings?
No, I just think like half the time when I'm traveling, it's like I'm coming back to South Carolina for this, and then I can drive to Atlanta or whatever. You know, like it's like that's what it like half of it. But like to plan like a group trip, not to that place, I just haven't done in a while. Not that I'm against it, but
Wait. I feel like you just spoke a bunch of word salad. You're like, you just said that you've been going back to South Carolina a lot.
So like, yeah, so my trips
you're
have
like,
been that. They haven't been group planned trips. So like that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh, well, I see people when I do that or whatever. Like it's all in this general southeast area. I've done ski trips are probably the most recent group trips, but Damien or Melissa usually plan those because they're more type A than I.
Yeah.
There's always someone slightly more type A. So if someone's bouncing shit around, they'll just start it, you know? And I'm like, cool.
True. Maybe you need a starter.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you do a lot of work for like stuff, like whether it's parties or trips or like.
Oh yeah, I'm really great at organizing and vibing.
You'll do lots of stuff.
Yeah. I just don't set it off, but I should have that. I should make that a thing. Once I get a job, I can do these things. I can plan one because I think we should. Then I can pick where we go. I don't know where to go though.
You said
I made it sound like I had an idea.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can pick.
My thought was Austin. The thought that came to brain was Austin, Texas, and I was just like, do I want to go to Austin, Texas? I don't think so.
Yeah.
We've been watching Landman with my dad.
What is that?
Like a Yellowstone adjacent TV show about oil drilling.
Is it good?
It's blue collar drama.
Oh, okay.
So it's Billy Bob Thornton being an asshole about stuff and them drilling oil and then drama.
Does your dad love it?
Oh yeah, he likes it. But he likes to watch.
You need to show your dad Married at First Sight.
Okay.
Season 18.
I'll see what I can do. Do.
Like I would skip to where people already get married, basically.
Okay.
But I know your dad likes reality TV.
He says he doesn't, but he do.
That season is some of the best reality TV I've ever seen.
Okay. I'm in.
Can I tell you the lie that I texted you this? I said, don't let me forget to tell you.
Yes, tells me.
Okay. This guy. Okay. So there's a couple. Basically, the premise of the show is like you get matched by experts and you don't meet them until like basically the bride is walking down the aisle to marry you. Mm-hmm. And then you have 2 months of kind of like a trial marriage. And then you have decision day and you decide whether you're going to stay together. And you go from like the wedding to like a honeymoon. And then you move back to your city and you move in together. And then, well, there's this couple and they're not vibing because he lives at home in his parents' basement and he's like 30 in his 30s. And the wife is 36 or something and she's like super turned off by it. She's just like she can't really get past it because she's 36 and this guy lives in his parents' basement and he's not at all like yeah, like I'm moving out, or yeah, I have like X amount of money saved, like this is the benefits. Like he's saying that like he's like, this isn't my forever plan and like I'm gonna buy like property at some point. But like you can tell based on whatever conversation they've had about like how much money he saved from doing that, it's not impressive. Like he's not actually saving his money. So
yeah,
they do not vibe because she really can't get over this. And one night he texts her while he's out and says, "You're so damn fine. I just want to eat you up." And so she's like, there's
Huh?
no way he meant to send this to me. Like, they don't even like hold hands. Like, there's zero attraction there. And so it shows them in the car on the way to like see his family or see her family or something. And she's like, so what was that text about last night? And he's like, what text? And she's like, you said something like, you're so damn fine, I just want to eat you up. And he's like, oh yeah, I meant to send that to my cousin Danielle because she sent me a picture of a plate of food that she got at a restaurant. And I was just like, damn, that food looks so good. Like, I just want to eat it up. And she was like,
liar.
and she's like, but you said, I just want to eat you up. She's like, why would you say that if it was about food? He's like, that's just how we talk to each other. We're big foodies.
Shut the fuck up. Liar. Did they expose who it actually was sent to? Or
you find out like it takes a long time because like that doesn't really become part of the plot yet. But you can tell she's like thinks it's weird.
Yeah, that's fucking
kind
weird.
of like lets it go for a couple days and then she brings it up again.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you like
just
what ends up happening. Okay. Spoiler alert, if this is on the pod and you watch Married at First Sight, this is season 18. So come to find out, and this is the first time in Married at First Sight history, he was having an affair with one of the other wives.
That's why he didn't like her and wasn't like attracted to her and anything.
Yeah, but mostly she didn't like him. So it was fine in that like they weren't going to work out anyway, but she ends up having to confront him like multiple times about it, and he lies every single time. She ends up calling the cousin. The cousin's like, I'm not covering for him. That text was not meant for me. Yada, yada. He's like, oh, and then he finally tells another story. He's like, oh yeah, it's this girl, Tiffany, who I used to go out with from Tinder, blah, blah, blah. And then she confronts like, they go on like this couples retreat and she still hasn't got to the bottom of it. And she confronts him again. She confronts the girl. The girl lies straight to her face.
Did the girl and him together? Are they together?
Mm-hmm. But they were like horrible. They were like really bad villains in the show because like it showed them like leaving like a group event and they're like laughing and giggling and like just like being super.
Them two?
Yeah.
Ew.
But Katie, the lie was so crazy. I was like, of all things, you said your cousin? Your girl cousin?
If he said anything else, he might have gotten away with it. You know, like, oh my God, I talked to my ex. I'm sorry.
Even Katie, to the reunion, they wouldn't be honest about when their affair started.
Just say it. Who cares? It's over.
Yeah.
Some people, they don't want to admit they fucked up. They don't want to admit they fucked up.
Why? It was crazy.
Oh, Lordy. But I think we should be jumping to our hot mic segment.
Yeah, so our hot mic segment is new this year, and it's basically just like you can send us an audio message and ask a question or ask for advice or whatever.
I'm nervous.
He doesn't know what it is, but I know what it is. It's not anything crazy.
Perfect. Doesn't mean I'm not nervous.
But we have a listener, Samantha Ferreira. We went to middle school and high school with her. Katie also went to elementary school with her. This is a question for Katie. Okay, I'm going to play it.
Okay, this question is for Katie. I want to get her opinion on the anthropology rocks that went viral on TikTok. I want to see what she thinks about it.
The anthropology rock trend? I thought it's hilarious. Like, you wouldn't be able to get me with that, but I think it's so funny.
I think I did try sending it to you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. It's fucking great. Like, having a rock from outside being like, I paid $200 because it's anthropology. And men, obviously that just blows men's minds because like it's an outside rock. It's an outside rock. It's great.
It's like the biggest trigger for a guy.
Oh yeah, it's being like, you spent money on that?
Yeah. Especially, I love that it's associated with Anthropologie. Like, I think that's the best brand that could have done it.
Didn't they have like a thing that they did with it like after the trend came out?
Oh, well, because I think it was like a consumer made up like prank. But then everyone was like, Anthropologie needs to actually like sell rocks. And then so I think Anthropologie like made a fake ad of like all of these
to
rocks.
prank someone, I think. Yeah, like they're helping someone prank their partner with it, which is so funny. Honestly, like men just fall for shit like that. Like, do they think
they're find the ad?
We dumb or something? Like, I think it's hilarious.
Funny.
It's also funny too because they're literally just like outside rocks. Like, it's not even like fake quartz or like anything that's like pretending to be something harder. It's literally just it's perfect.
I want to see this guy's reaction.
It's an anthro rock. I know, it's the anthro rock. I got you the large. This color, the veining, this is too much. I got it on sale. You got it on sale. I got it on sale. That size is normally $500. I got it for $200. Oh my gosh, you didn't! I did. I got it. Man, is this a joke right now? You finally lost it. No. Wait a second.
You finally lost it.
I got you one for each. No, this is. Oh my gosh. That's not the same. This is the anthro rock. They're different. They're from the earth. Anthropologie. Like the store? Yes. It is the decorating. I thought they sold clothes. Yeah, they sell furniture stuff. It is the decorating. No, they do. This is the decorating hit of the season. I'm gonna put this on the bookshelf. On the bookshelf.
They always do that. They always try to find a rock that's better than the rock that you got. Oh, like this?
They do.
It's like their need to. Is it a man's need to provide or something? Like, you wanted a rock. Why didn't you tell me? I can get you.
It's their need to prove their point so badly that they're like, oh, I can show you this.
I can one up your rock with a free rock. It's not an Anthropologie rock. Ah, I love it. That's great.
Yeah, that was a good prank.
Did you do that to Ryan?
No. I don't know that. I don't really.
I couldn't sell it. I would not be able to
decorate with stuff like that anyway. Like, I don't buy like decorations from stores.
Yeah, I have like a rock collection. If I tried it, Daniel would be like, no.
Yeah, I don't think he would believe it.
He's like, you have that over there, and that was $60. What do you mean you bought this?
It would have been funny if your dad pranked your mom with it or something.
I can't prank my dad. He's sensitive.
No, I'm saying your dad would have to prank.
But yeah, no, that was good. Thank you so much, Sam. I love this.
Shout out, Sam.
Shout out, Sam.
Well, thanks for listening to this episode all about group trips. I'm interested to hear
about some of your favorite group trips. And do you like our rules? Should we add some? Do you think our rules suck?
Yeah.
Because they don't
suck.
Yeah. Do you want to go on a group trip with us?
Yeah.
We'll plan a pod trip somewhere.
Oh, we could.
For our biggest fans. And then
I'm not going to do that, but we could.
Maybe that's mine.
Maybe that's
I can do. Thank you guys. Follow us on Life in the Party Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and Life in the Party on YouTube.
Yep.
Billy, and we love you.
Billy. Bye.